Hi guys! So for today's video, it's gonna be a bit different because I'm starting out this new series called Adulting 101. And in this series, I'm gonna be showing you what I did and basically giving you tips and advice on post-graduating stuff like pre-employment requirements, job hunting, job interviews, and what it's like to be working in a corporate setting in the Philippines. So let's get on with the video. Okay, so in this first episode of the series, I'm going to be focusing on pre-employment requirements. So basically, that's what an employer asks when you start working in a company. But personally, when I applied for my first job and I got accepted, I didn't have anything. As in, wala talaga ako. Like, all I had was my birth certificate and my passport. I didn't even have my driver's license yet. So I suggest that when you apply for a job, that you already have these requirements ready para dire-diretso na kayo sa onboarding. Like, hindi na kayo magpapaantay para lang makakuha kayo ng requirements niyo all in one day, which is what happened to me, which is actually pretty impossible. But yeah, suggestion ko talaga, pagka-graduate nyo and you have a lot of free time, use that free time to get everything that you need so that you'll have a smooth onboarding process in your new company. Okay, so before I get started with introducing you to all of the requirements that you'll be needing, the most important document that you'll be needing throughout this whole thing is a valid ID. So, for me, usually yun yung birth certificate or passport. Okay, so yung valid ID, it really depends per government agency that you're getting an ID or any requirements from. So, usually nasa website naman nila yun. And, yun nga, you should just check their website para makita nyo dun kung anong type of ID yung kailangan. Usually kasi original copy ng birth certificate or passport or driver's license. Basta, it really depends on each of the government agencies that you're applying. But, generally, yung tatlong yun yung accepted nila. Also, you're gonna be needing a lot of 1x1 and 2x2 ID pictures. So, kami kasi sa Lasal, we had like a grad pic package na may kasama ng business casual. Yung naka-blazer ka, para naman medyo professional yung dating mo kahit nagpapanggap ka lang. But yeah, you should get like a lot of prints of those business attire pictures para dire-diretso ka na when you get an ID or when you're applying for a job. Usually kasi sa resumes nalalagay din yun. Usually they ask din. Sometimes they don't. But in my experience, siguro mga 3 companies yung hiningan ako ng 2x2 pictures. So, get a lot of those ready and make sure you look good in them because it'll really make an impression on the company that you're applying for. So, moving on. So, I'll be flashing a list of the usual requirements that companies ask for here. I don't know kung which side gagamitin ko. But yeah, I'll be running you through really quickly lang on my experience in getting those IDs and pre-employment requirements so that it'll be easier for you to get those as soon as possible. First one is your NBI Clearance. So, for NBI Clearance, I think pwede ka na mag-apply online. Pero, ang alam ko kasi when I did this, I went to yung NBI Caloocan. Tapos, medyo weird actually yung location because it's in an LRT station. Tapos, since nagmamadali ako nun, I didn't know na parang may online appointment thing. Pero, merong parang maliit na computer shop dun, malapit sa branch. Tapos, sila na yung mag-aayos ng application mo. So, that's what I did since nagmamadali naman ako. So, ayun. But when I got there, siguro kasi mga after, like before lunch, mga 11, ang dami ng tao. As in, mga 2 hours ata ako nakapila nun. Tapos, yung itsura ng pila is, so ito yung branch. Tapos, maraming plastic benches na nakapila dun sa harap. And then, yung mangyayari is parang pagkatapos ng isang bench, pag naubos na yung mga tao dun, dire-diretso kayo, as in, iikot-ikot kayo. Sobrang medyo hassle siya, pero anyway, so, to avoid the long wait, I suggest na pumunta kayo ng maaga, like, be the first ones in line para dire-diretso na kayo, and then, you can have a lot of time to get all of your other requirements. So for requirements naman sa NBI Clearance, you're gonna need proof of identity or invalid ID na sinasabi ko kanina. There's a whole list of IDs that they accept and you can just check their website. So I'll be putting the websites on the description below. So make sure to check that out later. O nga pala, sa NBI, I remember nun, may hit pala yung name ko. So, kasi yung mangyayari dun, when you reach yung parang booth where you put your biometrics, yung fingerprint nyo, yung picture nyo, and yung name nyo, it's gonna scan like a system if merong person na nag-commit ng crime nakapangalan mo. So, if nangyari yun, may hit yung name nyo. So, yun yung nangyari sa akin. So, what happened was, I didn't get my clearance right away, but I had to go back there after mga 7 days ata. Basta I'm not sure how long it was. Basta I had to go back to the branch and then get my clearance. So, yeah, kapag may hit yung name nyo, it's gonna take a longer time for you to get your NBI clearance. For the next requirement, it's the TIN ID or the Taxpayer's Identification Number. So, for this one naman, sa BIR to since sa taxes siya. And what I did was I went to the branch ng BIR dun sa Taguig kasi the RDO or the Revenue District Office that you have to go to should have jurisdiction over the company that you're working for. So, since BGC yung company, I went to the one in Taguig, and yung hinihingi nila doon is yung BIR Form 1902 and a valid ID. So, yung BIR Form 1902, binibigay yan ng employer mo when you start like sa onboarding. But alam ko kasi, usually, yung company yung nagpo-process nito. I'm not sure why I had to do it myself, but anyway, yeah, those are the 2 forms that you'll need. And yun lang naman, like, medyo mabilis lang naman yung sa BIR ko. Also, yung TIN ID, it's not like yung in-expect nyo na parang ID, parang yung plastic card. It's like a cardboard, like parang folder siya na kinut up na. I don't know what it is, but like, you have to put your own ID picture there and you have to sign. So, andun yung TIN, yung number mo, tapos yung ID picture, you have to like glue it, and then you sign, and then you have to laminate it. For requirements for PhilHealth ID, I'm gonna be flashing it here on the side so that you have a screenshot na lang of whatever you need, and you can also just check their website to double check para sure kayo sa mga requirements and hindi kayo kulang when you go there. So, sa PhilHealth naman, my experience was, there's this, parang place sa SM North EDSA sa Annex na puro government offices na parang satellite office nila. So, that's where I went, and super aga ko pumunta. I was probably the first in line. Like, hindi pa bukas yung SM, nandun ako sa labas. Nag-aantay na ako dun sa guard na papapasukin ako dun. So, ayun, sobrang bilis ko lang kasi nga walang pila. Like, ako yung una. So, I got everything. Like, I got my PhilHealth number, pero wala pa yung physical ID ko, so I haven't actually got that yet. But, ayun. So, I think you're gonna see the trend here is to always be early. Make sure to check kung anong oras nagbubukas yung office and be there as early as possible. So, hindi ka na mag-aantay ng sobrang tagal and you'll be saving a lot of time as well. Okay, so for the next requirement, it's gonna be your SSS. So, yung SSS naman, you're gonna need to go to their branch. I'm not sure if meron na online yung Form E1 nila, but you're gonna have to fill that up and also bring a valid ID. So, yung sa akin naman, I went there when, hindi pa ata bukas yung branch, and na ako. So, I was also the first in line when I went there. And mabilis lang naman yung pila. Like, pag naka-queue ka doon, merong number, and then you go to the clerk, and then they'll like encode all of your documents and give you your ID number, or yeah. So basically, yun lang naman yung sa SSS. It's not as hassle as everyone thinks it is. Basta maaga ka and complete ka sa requirements, it won't be a hassle na experience for you naman. Okay, so next yung pag-ibig. So yung pag-ibig, okay, so for pag-ibig, I think all of the processes that I did for them was online, so that's pretty convenient. Because I don't think I went to any office when I got my pag-ibig requirements. So basically, mag-register ka sa website nila, and then you're gonna get your UMID, which is the number that you give to your employer. And I think yun lang naman yung ginawa ko for pag-ibig. As in, wala naman akong pinuntahang office or submit the documents or anything. Basta, I think online lang talaga lahat. So I'll be linking that in the description below, and make sure to check if ganun pa rin yung process, because I'm not sure if they keep changing it or something. But yeah. Last is your transcript of record. So this largely depends on your school or university. So LaSalle has, sa MLS, merong system doon where you can order your transcript of records and they'll deliver it to your house. But I'm not sure for other universities, so you have to check with your office of the registrar, or basta yun. Usually naman sa office ng registrar meron kang ma-order na ganun. But yeah. Okay, so those are all the tips that I can give you regarding the pre-employment requirements here in the Philippines. So if you found this video helpful, please make sure to leave a thumbs up down below. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell to be updated when I upload new videos. And if you have any questions or concerns, just leave them in the comments down below and I'll be glad to help anyone who needs it. And watch out for my next videos. I'll be talking about job hunting and how to get jobs in, the different platforms that we have here in the social media age. So yeah, that's it, and I hope everyone's doing well, staying safe, and still healthy in the middle of this quarantine, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!